Peace, Almighty Allah. Allah, you justice. Oh, Allah, you justice. The culture is God. With power is the truth. Quality only shows you.
Oh, wait. I said,
Allah, you justice. Oh, Allah, you justice.
come on, we need everybody.
Peace, Almighty Allah. Allah, you justice. Oh, Allah, you justice. God came to teach us
Oh, wait.
all the righteous way.
And
Now we must live that which He has taught us. On this glorious day, taste Allah, Allah, you justice. Oh, Allah, you justice. Peace, Almighty Allah. Allah, you justice. Oh, Allah, you justice. The message of the cipher is to enlighten you. To let you know God is right amongst you. I said, peace, Allah, you justice. Oh, Allah, you justice. Peace, Almighty Allah. Allah, you justice. Oh, Allah, you justice. Allah, you justice. Oh, Allah, you justice.
Now back in the day, we go. Allah, and do it forever, God. Allah. Now when we doing that, somebody drop it. And we say, do it, Allah. Real
All right, there we go. All right.
Talking about the Father, Allah.
There's free mathematics with the coach. Wisdom is the way. The coach is what we see. This is what we live. That's the world mathematics. Supreme law. Mathematics or coaching. That's the way of our God.
Allah. Peace.
Hey! Yeah, give yourself a round of applause.
All right, peace. That was beautiful. Good for yes, we need to go to bring it back in line for the time. But I zoom off on you in a minute. You got to pull me back in. Anyway, back to this here. When the story came for these children. I want to start I want to deal with these flags. But this is very important for us to say you see it all over the planet. These pin flags is not your universal flag. That's why the 7 is under the moon. This flag was a gift to the Father for his works and power. And with his works and power, Dale Lindsay and Barry Godfrey designed this as a gift to the Father. They didn't know they made a mistake with the 7. But the Father said, take the gift. But this will be our identification. This is how we should know each other where we at. I've seen God get, going at it physically. Because they didn't know who they were. Nobody knew who they were. So this is why this flag is very important. Now, if this 7 right here was over this moon, that would be universal flag.
Pigs.
Like universal champion.
Pigs.
All right? We good on that? Everybody understand me on that?
Yeah. You gotta say that again.
Please. This is the identification. To make it simple for you. this is identification. If this 7 was over this moon, then it would be universal flag by Universal Shamgar, the author, and the flag that the father mandated for this nation. It would be this big one, if we were going to use the big flag. This one, let's say who we are in the street. Peace.
When Universal Shamgar designed the flag, he designed the flag for the universe, right?
I got this.
It's in my little C on it, y'all. He designed the flag for the universe. And she was up to 22 points, right? And when Mayor Lindsay and them went to Royal, this one first he comes from Royal. When they came to Royal messed up that little point we call not
Right. No. They just want to be done.
But it still worked out with the 22 points.
But if we talk about it, that's not true. So I'm going to have to say that. We're going to show and prove how that's true. We got children here listening. Anybody gets up the flag.
No,
listen.
Oh, listen, we don't make a big thing out of this flag.
Listen.
Let him build, God. Let's hear it.
When they was painting that flag on the window, like we all know, right? And they took that picture in front of the window when that flag was first there. That moon was over the 7. Why am I ain't telling them to change it? They messed it up.
God never said it messed up.
He never said.
He said what the dude did when.
But you ain't let me complete it, God. And I'm going to let you know it still had the 22 points on it, so it
I'm talking about the moon, God. That's the whole. Everyone knows that's what's going on right now about the position of the moon. But I'm saying you're not going to just say whatever, you know?
Right, so what you got to
Sit down.
I'm saying that moon being complete, showing the full crescent,
Right.
is the flag. And y'all saying that.
No.
Okay, you're saying that when it was taken to get printed as the buttons, right? That they broke off the top. Is that not what y'all saying?
Me myself.
No, listen. Is that not what y'all saying?
No, I was speaking on the 7 myself. I was speaking on the 7. He was speaking on the
We
7.
don't make no big thing.
No, it's not a big deal. Because it's all up in front of everyone and
No, we
children.
trying to understand. I'm speaking on the 7.
Because I walk with the camera by myself.
That's fine, one, we didn't even see your flag, so how do we know what you're talking about? It's right here. I just want to clear up what he's talking about, because that's a big issue for the nation.
I see it on the
Okay. All right, peace. We do everything right and exact. Okay? We got those of the nation, not of the nation. We got the babies, everything. You own live, everything. Therefore, God does everything right and exact. Good, all the direction. There's a fundamental disagreement right now, right? You're trying to get a supreme understanding. We can do that on a side cycle. We have a full program. This venue is only paid by the help of everyone here and that's not present that want to add on to the cipher in the interior, okay? Want to get what we got to present to them. So out of respect for us, the babies, and those who are willing to learn and want to learn, let's get through the program. And God, all right, we can build on that.
Peace. There's going to be contact information. This don't stop though. This is one thing. You gotta get what we contribute every day. I do it every day. You gotta deal with it. This is what I do. Early in the morning, I wake up. I already know the day Supreme Mathematics. So if I walk up to me, what's the day Supreme Mathematics? I'm not stupid. I already got mine. That's my meditation in the morning. Supreme Mathematics and Supreme Mathematics. We go around foundation. Once we get our foundation to the first step, actually is self-preservation. That's what's older for. Up there. You say it for the young. Self-preservation, then the family, then the community, then the world. So a lot of brothers don't understand, anybody can be a Bible student. It doesn't matter what time it is. Bible student has its own inclusion into life. Yeah, we're Bible students, but we're also the nation of God on earth. And we use that family because the Father gave us the 5 sinners. But now we God in earth, so that means we got to be on another plateau. It ain't no more running around, with your head cut off. When you say you God in the universe, then that's the responsibility you take up. If you want to just be the Asiatic black man, that's where you stay. Learn your history, learn some consciousness. But when you start talking about this other levels of elevation, you probably better get it together because these babies going to be asking you about it.
Don't do that. Don't do that. It's another story.
They're going to ask you about it. This is why we always stay on top of our foundation at all times. The nation is built on that. If you don't respect the foundation, you don't respect yourself, then you ain't going to go nowhere. That's supreme mathematics. That's not mathematics. Mathematics is numbers. We talk supreme language when we get into the supreme mathematics, supreme algebra. Totally different language. And you must learn it from that totally different perspective. Because if you keep linking knowledge with one, then that's all you're going to get is the number. That whole goes back. Praise to God.
Please. We had a committee meeting, I want to say last week, and I said, be prepared for lively dialogue and exchange. This is exactly what it's talking because you just have too much energy for these types of things not to happen. For universal truth, all right? What it ultimately comes down to is this, all right? Because I was just building in Ohio. And we were looking at the relevance of both justice and truth, born in the will of God, born in knowledge, power, all being born to equality. All right? But the significance of that is that all you got to do is let things do what they do, and truth is going to manifest itself. That dialogue that we just had with regards to that Father, love God, that flag was answered by that baby out there in the yard, because he's out there chasing out the Lord and he's saying the 7 is God, the 7 is God, the 7 is God. All right, and that's what matters. Now it's going to get to the point where we're going to have to give form and definition to these things, because these babies must experience a world where their cultural initiatives and imperatives have significant impact on the quality of their life. I'm going to say that again. All right, we have to deliver to our babies a world where their worldview, their social equality, their integrity, whatever, has a significant impact on the quality of their life. All right, and that's what these initiatives are all about. That's what it is that we're here for. See, we know a whole lot. We know a lot. All right, and what I want to see, all right, because we've come a very long way. We've come a long way with you. What I want to see is more of a direct impact on the quality of our lives, commensurate with the ability and what it is that we know, the said personality. In today's mathematics, I think it speaks something about an idea. And that idea wasn't just an idea. That was a determined idea. And there's a difference between those two things. There's a difference between an idea and a determined idea. A lot of us had an idea about something. Right? Was it with determination and the force behind that idea that made it manifest itself? All right, so this is what it is that we have for today. All right, so when I look around and I see brothers that come from near and far to be a part of what it is that we have today, and I think about the humble environment that I came up in, but I got knowledge myself back to knowledge for God's house, we've come a tremendously long way. All right, but there's still quite a bit of work to be done, and all of us are invited to participate in that. What it is that we do here today is going to have significant impact on where it is that we go with this. So I just want to thank everybody for being here today, man, woman, and child. Because that's ultimately what this is about. All right, and we need to know and understand that sometimes in our family, those roles, although they're clear cut, there are times in whatever where the child may have to take on the role of the adult. All right? The father may have to do something that was designated to the mother. The mother may have to do something that was designated to the father. All right? So in the process of building, all right, we have to have the swiftness, and we must have the ability to change and adapt to the situations that manifest themselves. All right? So yeah, we have the form, but we have to be able to assume certain responsibility, and that is going to account for the lack of and what it is that we see here. So listen, whoever wants to add on, please feel free to add on, because that's what all this is about. This is about adding on. And there can't be any showing improvement without some type of demonstrative adding on. So I have more to say at some other point in time. At this point, I'll defer to our host, and we'll keep doing what it is that we do. Please. Crown, the lower country continue. Please.
Like the elder stated, at this time, if there's anyone that would like to add on to what's already been stated, please do so. Come up. All right.
My name is Devon Rule, Equality of Law. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. We call Georgia the Law's Garden. I just wanted to say peace and thanks for the hospitality. Today's supreme mathematics is wisdom and culture. And we know that wisdom and culture is represented by 2 and 4. 2 and 4 is 6. 6 represents equality. I'm just glad I could show some equality to my brothers is here. He came to a few of our universal parliaments in a Law's Garden in Atlanta. So I'm just returning the favor and adding on. And I'm keeping it like that. Peace.
Would anyone else like to add on?
Yeah, peace. Peace. My name is B Knowledge Law. I came with the team from Queen City, so I say something because we came here like 15 deep. So we definitely supporting the regional growth and development and everything that's going on. This is my son King Law. Say peace. Okay, so today's mathematics, right, is wisdom culture. And before we said that some here may know, some here may not know. So we got to go to today's date. If today is the 24th, right, you know, if you deal with supreme mathematics, 2 is wisdom, 4 is culture. So through a man's wisdom, you see his culture. And through his culture, you see his wisdom. So through the things someone say, you can easily detect if he's dealing with God or something else. Through the things a person do or how he live out through that culture, you see his wisdom. You see what ways he's dealing in, and you see if what? He's like that wise man in the East that said black man. Because you've seen that, for those that know our lessons, that first degree in the 1 to 40, right? It'll tell you about that wise man in the East who's the black man. So we know the wise man is the wisdom seed, and that wisdom, or that wise man is in that first degree. We know the black is in the brown, and the brown is in the black. So therefore, all praise due to Allah and justice. Right? Because Allah is justice, and justice is Allah. And if they are each other, right, and the seed is the seed, the Father and Son is one and the same, then I'm Allah, just like Allah is Allah. So again, through a man's wisdom, through how he speaks, through the things he said, some very subtle, like things thrown out about the flag, it could come in a fine mist that the naked eye might not detect. However, if you have the mental eye to see certain things, you'll be able to uplift the culture. And like Shem God said, Allah taught to master that wisdom, culture, and equality. Right? So again, through a man's wisdom, through the things he do, through the things he say, that show you how rooted in his knowledge he is. Because if one comes before 2, then before you get to wisdom culture, you gotta get to what? Knowledge culture, because that's called the birth record. So, who is the 85%? Because we're talking about who he is here in our origin in this world. The 85% or the masses do not know their origin in this world. It says they're slaves of mental destiny and power, right? These are who we say do not have the knowledge of what? God. That's knowledge culture. That take them to, or take us to wisdom culture, right? Because once you get past being blind, deaf, and dumb, once you get what? The knowledge of your culture, and you get what? Beyond being a slave of mental death and power, you won't be as easily led through the wisdom of another man's culture. If you rooted in knowledge culture, you won't be as easily led through the wisdom of another man's culture. Okay? Once upon a time, we was talking about like minds and unlike minds and that when we was outside, and how there's different versions or different ideas on the flag, different mathematics and things of that nature, and we come into areas like this so we can build and elevate on the truth behind those things. I'll end on this. When it comes to equality, 2 and 4 is 6, right? Equality. If you know or have understanding our supreme mathematics, you know there's good equality and bad equality. Okay? So a good equality is one who's rooted in the nature of this moon. Right? Like the first one would say, you go outside, the moon above your head, ain't it? Peace.
Peace.